A presentation of AIT.
Let's go into the book. Jump in, take a look. Let's go into the book.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're here to turn on Vostok.
Vostok? Okay, you want to go over there?
Over there?
Yes, that's
Okay,
great.
Thank you.
I still don't know why we have to bring her here.
Honey, you know the rules. We found her with no tags. Wonder how many of these flyers we handed out. Maybe her owner will find her here.
But what if she doesn't belong to anyone?
Well, she has to belong to someone. And if no one claims her within a few weeks, then they'll have to put her up for adoption.
Then couldn't we?
Malika, don't even start. We can't have a dog. They're too much trouble.
But why?
They need vaccinations, and that's expensive. And they shed hair everywhere. And who's going to take her out to use the bathroom when you're in school and Dad and I are at work?
But...
No, sweetheart. They're too much trouble.
So, I've read all these books and things to help me answer my questions about black holes, but I don't know what to use for my project.
Well, Trent, when you have lots of information, it can be hard to figure out what's the best choice.
Mrs. Pingle?
Yeah?
I have the same problem.
You know, you two just gave me a great idea. Readers, come on over to the carpet for a minute. Let's talk. You've all asked some great questions to guide your research, but now some of you are having trouble deciding what materials are best to use. That's a problem we all have, so I think it's time for us to learn a new strategy that might help.
What is it?
It's called evaluating.
Evaluating.
Evaluating means to make judgments about what I read and explain why. Actually, we've been doing it all year in our book talks.
We have?
Yeah, we have. Let's take a look at some of these book talk cards. Let's see, I have Conlon's and Camila's. Conlon, tell us what's on your card.
I read a comic book, and I give it 2 stars.
Conlon, why'd you give it 2 stars?
It made me laugh, but I didn't give it 3 stars because, well, if you don't know much about Robot Man, you might not think it's funny.
Oh, so you noticed the importance of prior knowledge. And Camila, you read a poem called Alone on the Beach?
Yeah, the writer used words that made me feel like I was back at the beach. I could almost smell it and hear it. I gave it 3 stars.
You both made judgments about what you read and explained why. That's evaluating. Let's look at it differently. Who plays a musical instrument?
Oh, I do.
Okay, Lizzie, what do you play?
The guitar. My mom is teaching me.
Lizzie, why did you choose a guitar?
Because it wasn't expensive. And I love how it sounds when my mom plays. She's really good, of course.
All right. Emmett, what instrument do you play?
Well, I tried a few other instruments, but I chose a clarinet. It's the right length for my arm, and it fits my mouth.
Anything else?
Yeah, it's not too heavy, and that's important, because someday I want to be in a marching band.
All right, the reasons you just gave me for choosing your musical instrument, those reasons are called criteria. We can use criteria to help us evaluate when we read, too. How can this help us with our project?
Maybe we should make up a list of criteria. Yeah, then we can use them to evaluate which materials to use.
Okay, any ideas?
I do. It should have information I can use.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it would have new things that we don't already know.
All right, anything else?
Sometimes you don't know if what you're reading is even true.
That's called accuracy, and accuracy is very important. Remember that lesson we had in the library on judging whether or not a website is reliable? What other criteria can we add to our list? We came up with some great criteria for choosing materials. Now let's try it. We all have questions for our research. I have a question. Is there life on other planets? Now, which book would be better to use thinking about our criteria? Searching for Alien Life or They Came from Center Field?
Searching for Alien Life,
Why this one, Trent?
because it looked like it would be more accurate.
Okay. Anybody else?
The other one might be fun. They Came from Center Field, because it looks like a made-up story. But it probably wouldn't have information we could use. Yeah, it doesn't really fit the project.
Yeah, I agree. I'll leave this list up for you to refer back to as you're doing your project.
I need something up to date, and this book seems kind of old. They probably haven't even discovered all the planets back then. All right, this says last month. It should be more accurate. Cool, a diagram of the solar system.
So, is evaluating helping you, Malika?
I think so. These cards are fun to read, but it doesn't have information I can use. But I'm going to use this website. The pictures are awesome, and it's from NASA, so they must be true.
Is it helping you answer your questions?
Definitely.
All right, sounds good. I'm excited to see what you come up with.
A long time ago, Mars' surface had liquid water too. Now all the water left on Mars is in the frozen polar ice caps. Well, humans do need water to survive. I wonder if they'll find any other planets we could live on. I would love to ride in a rocket ship and explore other planets. Whoa! I think I got my wish. Where am I? Oh, wow! I never imagined this. It's so beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Who said that?
I did.
A talking computer?
What? You've never seen one before? My name is Sal.
Sal.
Yes, it stands for Symbiotic Algorithmic Language.
Symbia.
Just call me Sal.
I'm Malika. Where are we, Sal? Are we lost?
Not lost. We're in the Belkin solar system. It's many light years from Earth.
What was that?
I think we've entered an asteroid field. I'll scan. You take a look. My scan reveals all functions are normal.
Maybe for now. What if we hit one of the bigger asteroids?
I would definitely advise against that.
I'll get us out of this. I'm going manual.
Manual. Commander, wait. I think that...
Hang on, Sal.
Commander, might I recommend page 22 of the operating manual?
Don't worry, Sal. I have it completely under control. I think we're going to make it, Sal. Sal, what was that?
I'm scanning. We took an asteroid hit. The hull has been compromised.
What?
There's a hole in the spaceship. I'm afraid it hit our power source. We're losing fuel.
So what do we do?
We have 5 minutes to pick a landing site. My scan reveals 2 planets equal distance ahead.
Well, do you know anything about them?
Everything. I'll display the information on your view screen.
No, Sal, stop.
But you're going to need information to make your choice.
Not too much information. Okay, calm down. What do you do when you have too much information?
I don't know. I can never get enough.
Well, I'm not you, Sal. Wait. What did we do in class? You choose criteria to help you make a judgment.
Excellent idea. We have 4 minutes of fuel left.
Okay, what are the criteria for a planet I should land on? Sal!
At your service, Commander.
Display information based on these criteria only. Breathable air, water, friendly aliens, Good landing sites within 4 minutes from here.
Scanning both planets. Here is your data for planet Cassia and planet Xena 4. 3 minutes until engine shutoff.
Thanks. Cassia has breathable air. So does Xena 4. Okay. Cassia has water, but it's frozen. I can melt it though. Xena 4 has only oceans. Can you drink that, Sal?
Negative, Commander. You can't drink seawater.
Then it has to be Cassia. Oh no! Cassia's aliens really, really mean. Xena 4's aliens friendly. I don't know what to do.
2 minutes until engine shutoff, Commander.
Cassia has air and water, but the aliens could be a big problem. What to do, what to do. Wait, Sal, does it rain on Xena 4?
Yes, Commander. Xena 4 has one of the highest average rainfalls anywhere, even more than Seattle.
I can capture rain and drink it.
1 minute, Commander.
Sal, land on planet Xena 4 immediately.
Excellent choice, Commander. Please put on your seatbelt and do not unbuckle it until we have come to a full stop. 40 seconds, Commander.
Evaluating, don't let me down now.
30 seconds, landing site detected. 20 seconds, stand by for landing. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Touchdown! Landing successful. You may now move about the cabin.
You've got to be kidding me. I hope they're friendly like you said.
Oh yes, very friendly. Maybe they can help prepare the ship.
Thanks, Sal,
For what?
for helping me to evaluate. Because we're safe. It worked. It worked. It worked! What worked? Evaluating. Well, it's not working for me. Can you help? Sure. Well, what's your first question? How astronauts go to the bathroom in space. Cool question. But I've flipped through all of these books and I can't seem to find one that fits the right criteria. Well, it's good to preview, but then you need to read it. You really have to evaluate while you're reading. All right, let's try this one. I can use this, and it's really interesting. This is what a toilet looks like in outer space, and you have to strap yourself in before you use it. Wow, this strategy really works. Yeah, evaluating's out of this world.
What did you want me to see, honey? Uh-oh.
Just give me 15 seconds.
All right.
Now, I evaluated the dog situation based on the criteria you set.
You what?
That's how we talk at school. Anyway, you were worried about vet bills, but I read in a brochure from the Humane Society that they give free shots to all the dogs.
Uh-huh.
Next was shedding. I read a book about dog care that says dogs don't shed that much if you brush them every day.
And you're going to brush the dog every day.
I will. And finally, well, I don't have a great answer for this last criteria,
I see.
but I have some ideas. You know how we like to visit Mr. Jackson next door. Because he's all alone, maybe he would like to play with our dog.
You've thought about all my concerns. 2.5 stars is pretty good. Guess I can't argue with that evaluation.
Let's go into the book. Jump in, take a look. When you read it, make a judgment. Defend it. Show why it's great. Evaluate. Is it scary? Or funny? Or descriptive? Or truthful? It's your turn to